Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Stu, as well. Time to introduce the other two players as part of our broadcast team for tonight's game in Vancouver, as we send it out to Vancouver and say hello to Peter Schad and Paul Dolan. Gentlemen?
Guys, a couple of changes for the Whitecaps from the loss in Montreal in midweek, and one of them was a very late change, but at the back we have an introduction of Antti Rose as Derek Cornelius steps away, Dooley.
I think that's more as a stabilizing force for the Whitecap back four. Derek Cornelius had a terrific game here a couple of weeks ago against Wayne Rooney and DC United. 10 clearances on the day, but he was culpable in the first goal against Montreal last week, and I think Antti Rose will just give a little bit of a more professional back four, stabilizing force back there to help settle down the Whitecap back four.
And the other change has Michael Chirinos making way late. He was set to start, but back into the lineup comes Freddie Montero, and I think we were both quite impressed with Chirinos in Montreal.
He was outstanding, and I thought he was central to almost everything attacking-wise.
Oliveira, who is American-born but with Brazilian roots, and we're underway with the Whitecaps in...
I thought that formation actually worked quite...
Who interestingly has a son that's studying at Brentwood, and ball in the air type team. That's where we get into trouble, and the goal they gave away last week was part of that. Under the pressure from Daniil Henry, and the referee waved it off. Ali Adnan will go
that same role and do the same responsibilities.
Castellanos
close on the two front runners who have double digits between them.
He's going to win that foot race as NYCFC try to win it back with Montreal on Wednesday, and the Whitecaps want to stop and wait. Is there an issue on the field?
Players like that too who are grateful, and that's the type of player that he wants on this team. Someone who wants to be here.
And lost out. Here's trouble. It's three players streaming forward. Nice little ball. Eber, 1-0. The giveaway in the middle third, and Eber was only too glad to latch on. 14 goals on the season. Whitecaps 0, NYCFC 1.
And it just, as I say, the Whitecaps looking kind of comfortable through the first 10 minutes. It's a nightmare from Arise. It's a square ball from Nerwinski, but with lots of time on the ball to make a decision here. Arise turns inside, makes the wrong decision. And as the ball is poached, it's a simple pass from Machitsu into Eber, and he does what he's been
to Walters to see what he's overheard down at the technical area there.
Thanks, Peter. Yeah, still don't.
We'll have the throw in quickly taken. Montero.
Some sporadic substitute and starting appearances.
Adnan did well.
Shoot as well down the right flank. He played really well in a game earlier in the.
Ali Adnan. Substitute is waiting at the fourth officials table.
City, good dribbler down the flank and very good in shooting position.
Away shouts from Crepo. A little push off in the box will give the Whitecaps a free kick as Ali Adnan was
killed just an hour before kickoff, and he seems to have come in and been really sluggish in the first.
Reina swings it across to Adnan. Will he try one from here? He might just. Adnan looking for a target. Morales slips it through. That's a beautiful ball. It's a good save, but not enough from Crepo. And Gary Mackay-Steven has scored. It's his first goal in Major League Soccer. He didn't stop his running. He picked up the pieces. It's 2-0 to New York City.
And again, all down to Maxi Morales. He's just so good on the ball and knowing where players are going to run. Even a player like Mackay-Steven, who hasn't played a lot for New York City, but it's putting it into the dangerous areas and expecting through the system, through their repetition and training in the games, that someone's going to make up the ground. New York City was doing here at BC Place yesterday. You mentioned that they've been here since Wednesday, Peter. And
again, but Ali Adnan got on the way that time. Stadium last year when the Whitecaps visited, only for them to get to Lake Johnson, and I would imagine they have to try to test out the pace of these center backs too. Shano, more foolish mistakes. And they have to try to test Sean. No, he's going to the check. Yeah. So Ricardo Salazar has said there is a clear and
we're reminiscent of the Whitecaps and the old Cosmos and the feelings of those days.
Good ball from Adnan. A little flick to the back post. Sutter. And Adnan will go all the way back to Arise. Everybody stays forward, and I felt like saying, yeah, you know, we know. I thought it was very interesting. He's very humble about that partnership. He said the second goal scorer, Mackay-Steven, was lurking, and he'll now knock it off and out for a Whitecap time. Adnan was. No foul either, and he was looking for it. And this is trouble. Long driven substitutions. Jake Nerwinski was the first to come off, and Eber was the second. Referee as Keaton Parks retreats. Adnan thought that was a flame. We're going to have 8 additional minutes at the end of 45. Wow. But justified. Ooh, and Adnan caught high to Adnan. Arise finally does. It's a left-footed ball that's long and deep, too close to the goalkeeper. Now Adnan has some room to run. Will he take up that space? He's got support on either side. Henry and Adnan. A late goal would really lift for the other team.
Oh, what a challenge.
A great challenge by Daniel Henry. Keeps the Whitecaps. Adnan again. To his right foot. Team to come out of the tunnel, and he's having extra words now. And I just wonder what those words are.
That I lose all of them because it's an accumulation.
Adnan. Montero. Adnan got pulled back. That's a size mismatch there, but the bigger season for him as San Jose is running away with it from Orlando. Adnan looking for that through ball for Rick. Adnan unopposed. Freddie Montero just could not get it to Adnan.
And he counts
candidates for 2019. Jordi Reyna will probably be another. The terrific run straight down the middle of Matriza. Was he bowled over? No, says the referee, and it's just a deep throw, but he weaved.
Big control.
Turner home. And that'll be a corner. Montero's back. Adnan gets past one. He's got Chirinos going forward, but here comes Adnan, one of those infield runs, but Adnan stepped in, won the ball, and now it's a free run for Ricketts. Gets the ball to Jordi Reyna. Reyna! Oh, great goal! The Whitecaps are back in it!
And again, down to Adnan, pressing and stepping at the right time aggressively and winning that ball. He ends up putting it on the foot of Ricketts, who finds Jordi Reyna. His good first touch sets him up to smash it home. Well done to Jordi Reyna, who now goes to top spot on the Whitecaps for goals scored with 7 now. But there's Adnan stepping in, causes the turnover, and Ricketts sees the space wide right for Reyna. It sits up beautifully for him to smash it in behind Sean Johnson. And on that occasion, the keeper at full stretch can't get near it.
And to use a
Adnan into the area, and has that shot blocked, he sets up the corner for him.
Great support. That's a good ball. Adnan, that's a terrific block. Chano with a critical. Castellanos across to Matriza. Is sensing some trouble right now. Abiaga is going to come. Not a surprise the two big money men are on the back of it. Oh, what a finish. I thought it might have gone side netting. And that is absolutely world class from Matriza as he goes on his near post and in. Max Crepeau had flown across, and that is like a blanket on the fire. The visiting fans celebrate. It's the Whitecaps 1 and New York City FC 3.
So disappointing from Maxime Crepeau's point of view. He's been such a solid player for the Whitecaps here. Mentioned I was watching the New York City training session yesterday at BC Place, and I have to say Matriza was doing this time and time again, generally from a little bit close.
Let's see if they can make something happen quickly here. Is Adnan.
Just a year and a half or almost 2 years now in for the new manager.
Tidy touch from the Colombian. Adnan surging forward again. Back to Freddie Montero at the time. The place was full. Tickets impossible to get.
By Tinner home.
You're right. You like that attitude.
5, 6.
And it just scored from a further distance.
Well, Maxi Morales, I think, is going to try to bend, and just the expanse of it. And they were really looking towards the danger area there. As a
team that Mark DeSantis mentioned yesterday, he'd like to have a team that plays 500 or 600 passes.
Adnan went for goal with players that were heading towards the rows for Adnan. Chirinos again. Adnan. He says he's better with his family with him. They've been apart for almost all compressed at the edge of their penalty area. Trying to carve out an opening. Not the greatest delivery, but Freddie Montero did get on the near post at the edge of the 6, but it's over and out, and the Whitecaps retreat. They have the 2-week break now, then the huge Adnan. Hack shouldering Montero, who tried to carve it out for Ali Adnan, who gives away the foul, and that should be that. And the that free kick that made it 3-1 really took the sting out of the Whitecaps. They fought back gallantly here in the second half, but fell to defeat to Dome Torrens, New York City FC. The final score from BC Place: Whitecaps 1, NYCFC 3. Paul Dolan.
Well, the quality of New York City is there for all to see, and when you don't come out playing your best, as the Whitecaps didn't to start the game, this team